Hey everyone, welcome back to Naraya Speaks, the space where we choose growth, healing, and honesty. So, since this episode is dropping on 420, let me say this. This is a different kind of smoke. It's the kind that clears the air, comes after truth is spoken, and the kind that leaves no dust. So, I'm your host, Naraya, and tonight's episode is called Dust Settles, You Don't. Because dust settles on things left untouched, stagnant, and forgotten, but you're still evolving, growing. And I'm not having this conversation alone tonight. I'm actually joined by a special guest of mine, a real one, my friend Shania. Thank you for being here today.
Greetings, greetings. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's start with careers. So many people stay in jobs that drain them because the paycheck feels safer than the unknown, but comfort can become expensive when it costs you your peace. Have you ever had to choose growth over comfort in your career?
I want to say yes. And honestly, I want to say I'm experiencing that right now. I was assistant manager, and then I was the patient care coordinator. And I'm not going to get into too much things that I experienced with them, but let's just say there were things where I felt like I'm very outspoken. I know how to articulate when need be. And so for me myself, I had some goals that I had set years ago that this age that I'm supposed to be already there. And I do understand, obstacles come about and things might shift a little bit. So do not overwork yourself to go to a job that can care less, that can fire you today and hire somebody tomorrow. Comfort is not going to be what you always think it's going to be. You have to understand that. So that's something that people should, take into consideration.
I agree with that 100%.
Definitely.
Did you know that if they write you up that you can refuse to sign it? Yeah.
Since I was like 12 years old. My mama told me that from a long time. Like, a correction should not be like you mentioned earlier, like the parent and a child. A correction should be a correction. It should not be a like discipline. You know what I mean? Like that's yeah. These jobs be smoking crack.
Yeah. Oh, God. So we're gonna move to the next one about settling. Sometimes people think they're behind because life doesn't happen the way, like we were just talking.
Mhm.
Life doesn't happen the way that they scheduled it to happen. Delays and all of that. But delay does not mean denied. So going back to school, learning something new, starting over, none of that is failure. What would you say to someone who feels it's too late to start again?
Hold on, I'm taking a little pull.
Happy 420.
Right? Hold on, I've been spoken throughout. Anyone that wants to start right now, whether it's 82, 28, 53, it's really never too late. I really feel like the most important thing is actually just like growing up you're pushed or asked to like what do you want to be when you grow up, and there's so many things, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a police officer, all these different things. But from my own experiences I've learned that nobody really is asking who are you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to know yourself first before you sit there and say I'm going to be a social worker or I'm going to be a hairstylist. Like me personally did it. I did the whole, go to school. I graduated high school a year early, graduated at 17. My mother wanted me to go straight into college. I didn't want to go to straight college. I wanted to take some time off. I was a straight A student. Like when I say straight A student. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I graduated high school early on top of that. So for me, it was just like, I want a break. Like I feel like I deserved a break. Now, I did come from a Trini household. So, the Caribbean and the older generations, you know what I'm saying? Like in
That's America.
America. Yeah, like, so with us living in America, they like, no, you got to go to school. We live in America. You have to get the education. You have to do this. You have to do that. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But I'm also going to school because you want me to go to school in a sense. I kind of sort of know what I want to do, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with the degree when I'm done. Like, and then when you are in college, now starting your young adult life. So now we're going through different experiences that people don't talk about, meaning, live in certain neighborhoods, some people are seeing people dying from youth ages. Me personally, I wasn't really knowing people of death and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I hit 17, there was this young man I went to school with, RIP to D. I went to Thomas Jefferson High School, and young man was killed like a block down. Boom, shot dead. There's like another situation where I had a family member die, shot dead. Then my sister, late boyfriend, passed away from a sickness, and then my best friend passed. So it was just so many things personally that I had going on from young, even being kicked out, having a little estranged relationship with my mom since I graduated. It was just like school ain't it. You know what I'm saying? When real life problems start hitting you, school is not what you really thinking about. Now, there's some people that I give the utmost respect to that they have the same story or even worse story, and they still had the motivation to continue school. Me, on the other hand, I had a little stipulation to where I kept, because of so many different obstacles I kept withdrawing from my classes. And you know, when you withdraw from these classes, these American school systems, they want their money. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I had a situation with Brooklyn College to where they were claiming that they released some funds to me. I never received the funds because of that whole balance thing. Now, the good news, you know what I'm saying, to why it's never too late. New York's governor, Kathy, you know that lady, she released a program called the Reconnect program for individuals. If nobody knows, this is their first time to hear about it. But individuals age 20 to 55, you can go back to any of the CUNY schools, community colleges for free, and it's only for associate's degree. So right now, my plan is to get my associates in speech communications. The good thing, even though I had the withdrawing from classes, I did still accumulate 48 credits throughout my journey. The good thing about it is I'm in the program. I only have like one more semester projected. So I'm in my current spring semester, and then I have the fall projected. And then hopefully I should be graduating with the associates by the end of this year. So that'll be something. But that's something that I've learned with work in school. Just take your time. Like certain things, we like to think about the future. We like to, like I said earlier, you know, we make our goals for ourselves and things. And it's good to set goals for yourself, but they have to be realistic with what you're really going through in that moment in time. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to just put too much on their plate, and it's just so much that's just going on, and you just really have to just center yourself. Sorry. We're gonna, before I respond, I wanna let's take a moment for our lost ones, right? Because that definitely does kind of alter the road that you were originally planning on, because grief is a tricky bastard. Yeah, don't take a hit for the lost ones. Definitely have to light that up real quick. Yeah, definitely. It was a mouthful. Going through that right now with my education and fighting for my life out here. And as far as like it not being too late to start again, I decided to go back to school at 30. My focus was, let me be independent. And I focused on being independent way more than I focused on my education. And then when I became independent, realizing that like a lot of men will prey on single mothers or single women in general, and then trick you into needing them. Come to find out, you should never, as a woman, let's just say this out loud. As a woman, you should never depend on a man to eat. So I'm just saying, because you're gonna starve one day. Hello. I just feel as though it's very important to be independent. The education system, even though there's a lot of it that I don't agree with, I just need that document, that piece of paper for security purposes. Let's say I have other dreams that are bigger than that, but I have this nursing degree to fall back on in case those things don't work out for me, in case money runs dry from the entrepreneurship that I'm trying to embody myself in. With that being said, I just need that piece of paper in case like business is bad and I need to have extra funds to be able to secure my business. I felt that.
Let's see. The next subject is gonna be we're gonna go over mental health. A lot of people settle into survival mode, especially if that's what we saw outside or what we saw in the house. Like me, I saw a lot of domestic violence growing up. Did become familiar, so I ended up repeating that pattern over and over. After a while, healing does ask you to slow down, be honest with yourself, look yourself in the mirror, choose peace, even when that feels unfamiliar, because you can really get uncomfortable when it's like, oh, this is too good, or this is like, so let me start a fight because I'm bored, or whatever the case may be. So, what helped you stop settling mentally or emotionally? I'm going to say reflecting. I'm just, that's like the center. We're going to, my statement is going to center around. And I say reflecting because for me, I just feel like mental health is something that I've really been working on. I want to say for the past year and a half, legit. Childhood, you have your experiences to experience, the local DV situations between the parents and them, you know what I'm saying? And it was very brief, thankfully, but it's whether it was brief or not, it's still, I still remember it. And then going through phases of now I have an older sister. We're 8 years apart. I felt like I lived in her shadow a bit. And in moments of tension, want to compare at the moment who's the best daughter, or why you can't be like your sister, or your sister's side of the family does this, or this, that, da, 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 her father is this, that, and the third. Um, and then going through the phases of okay, developing friendships and now trying to be your own person, you know what I'm saying? Then as we briefly talked about with work, finding yourself in work, it's just I had to reflect and know myself for real. I had to put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucius. Okay, just for an example with my sister, I love my sister very truly, very dearly, but we're 8 years apart. She's older. She lived a lifestyle as being an only child for her first 8 years of life. And, siblings always do the little, bothering here and there, the little bullying, little not crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Something that stuck with me also was, she was here first. Like my sister always made it her business to let me know I just came out of nowhere. And my mom and my dad wasn't even really together as opposed to when her dad and mom was together, they were more of a exclusive type of relationship. I still wanted to be like my sister's shadow in a sense. Like I didn't realize like me wanting to be around my sister and I want to do what she want to do. I want to do this, I want to do that. It was taking away from me a bit, even with getting dressed. I want to get an approval from do she like this? Is this a good fit? Does this match? Does this do this? And then when I started getting into situations like my first apartment and other type of achievements, I started realizing that there were like a bit of a shift in our relationship as far as like my sister is like not interested in me no more. Um and she has a therapist, I have a therapist. I definitely support everybody going to therapy and whatever your therapist tells you to do to cope and heal, you know what I'm saying? I can't say they wrong, but what I can say is my therapist tells me to toggle my trauma and to like work through whatever my problems were as long as I can get through it. And it got to a point of where I felt like I was trying so hard to still be a part of my sister's life while part of her healing journey seems as if she needed to kind of exit or not really exit, but just I wasn't part of her healing journey. Like that's straight to the point. Um and it got to the a point of where we ended up not talking for a good year, and I want to say a year and some time, because I just felt like while I understand everybody needs their time to heal and to process and to go through things and stuff,
We are also adults. We should be able to communicate. When my sister is telling me like she's watching my Instagram page in order to like keep up with me or to like see the type of things I like and do, it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way.
Because it's like she's like putting herself in a category like everybody else. Sister.
Yeah, like it was just very weird. And then it's now you're creating a narrative in your head about who I am and what I do and things of that nature. And it's I'm your sister. Like we grew up in the same household. You don't need social media to know what I'm doing and who I'm doing and where I'm going and all them type of things. Like call me, I'll tell you. It gave me an enlightenment that people are watching and it doesn't matter what you do. Stop trying to look for other people's validation. And I feel like that's what was my issue, one of my, childhood traumas between my mom and my sister. And because of trying to seek the validation within family, it then followed me in my different aspects of life. As I mentioned, the friends and work and school and other things. So I just been putting me first a lot, girl. Just to put it all in one bubble, I've been just putting me first, and I just been reflecting about how I feel in the moment with whatever the scenario is, and then reflecting of how I feel after and what were these people behaviors in that situation. Did they think of me? Were they considerate? Did they care how I felt? Just those type of things. And if my spirit ain't spiriting with you no more and my energy is not accepting of you, that's it. I gotta, I let you go or just keep you at a distance. I love you, but I love you at a distance.
Yeah, it sounds like you learned like to love yourself more than you needed other people. And I think that's really important at this point in our lives too,
Yeah.
because if you if you know you want to follow the Joneses and be a part of the mass so bad, and some of us were not more born to fit in. And I think that that is very important to acknowledge, because I don't like anything about what everybody else is doing.
Hmm.
Judging anybody that wants to fit in and that needs to find a clique and that needs that community at all. But I think that me personally, as far as growing, comparison is a thief, as they say.
Yes.
That's good for you, but what about what I like? Thank you for sharing that about why you stopped, what made you stop settling mentally and emotionally. I actually started therapy about 4 years ago. I think it helps to be able to journal as far as that. But I think what made me want to stop was repeated cycles. Like when I would be like, well, there's something that I clearly have to learn that I'm not learning. So I had to try to dig deeper. And that's what made me be like, I want to stop settling. On top of that, when you see some people that have clearly made it are no longer in poverty versus how they were raised, and they still move with scarcity mindset, I think that was another thing that I just wanted to learn how to evolve from, because I don't want to be stuck in a time. You know how you meet some people and they're stuck in that same time?
Yes.
Like I'm still in last Friday.
Mm.
But yeah, so we're gonna move on. Let's be real. Many people settle in relationships out of loneliness, fear, hope, stability. Some people just hope that that potential will turn into reality, but inconsistency is also an answer. So, what helped you stop refusing to settle in your dating life today?
So I've only really had two real relationships, I guess you could say, that met the family and all of that. My first relationship, it was almost 2 years, and that was a journey. I don't want to necessarily state he was the reason why we broke up, but I don't want to really base that upon him. I want to say after, that whole relationship, a few months down the line, I just sat there and again reflected and had to just realize what exactly did I do wrong. People be in relationships and let's say boyfriend cheated or boyfriend did something and now they broken up, but sometimes what were you doing, and I'm not saying that what he did was right. I had a lot going on in on my plate. What I had going on, the right thing personally would have been breaking up with him. but I was young. I was like 18. So to me, it was just, wow, people go through things in a relationship. And if he's really for me with me, he's going to ride out. And we were even looking at apartments. Like I had a crazy living situation I was going on. We figured, let's just move in together. We don't got to worry about all of them other things. But I just felt like overdid myself in that relationship. And the only reason why I say I overdid myself is just backtracking to childhood traumas and stuff. And sometimes you look for that love that you really need from your parents or a family member, because you're not necessarily getting it from that place. You then you outsource. At that time, he was a pretty decent boyfriend for the most part. If I needed a little money in my pocket, he gave me money. We went out. Girl, I probably would have been somebody's mother today. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, right now, I think the next official relationship he had, he done knocked that girl up and everything. I was 18 and he was actually older than me. He was like 21. So it wasn't a stable situation. That's the best way I could say that on neither one of our parts. And we were just two young individuals that were honestly trauma bonding. And I think that would be the core of my mental health and how I evolved in that when it came to dating, because my attachment to these men, certain men that I was dating and stuff, you treat me a certain type of way. Sometimes what we call the bare minimum. And going back to what we said earlier, comfort. When you see things that is okay, well, he say he like me, he buy me food, he do this, he do this. Okay, cool, whatever the case may be. We have little sex here and there. All right, cool. And then you realize, well, wait, it's not an official relationship. What are we doing? What's going on? Why do I feel like I keep going back in the same cycles with some of these gentlemen and stuff? And ever since that young man, I think I really was not playing with nobody's son no more.
Nah,
There was just so many red flags. And that's why too, again, I say I have to reflect, because you have to go through your experiences. And you gotta learn from those experiences. Certain things that I don't play with, I have to be safe and comfortable in your presence. And if I am not safe or comfortable in your presence, we ain't doing nothing. Okay? Like, I don't even want you to know what my neck smelled like. All right, never again. I want to say, thankfully, I was not assaulted by anybody. He had a inappropriate cousin that found me very attractive, and I even told my boyfriend, like, yo, why is it that when we be smoking and we in a rotation, your cousin gotta touch my hand? You gotta touch the spliff, you don't gotta touch my hand. And all that extraness he doing, and he side eyeing me and all that. Come on now. My boyfriend would just, well, I don't even remember what he even told me, but what I can remember is just was passive aggression in his statements. Yeah, me and my cousin been compared, and it's like they in a little competition from youth times, and now it's like them two big men, and it's still going back and forth. And the crazy part about it is, it's sad when family members uh put two other family members in competition. But it was also during COVID. A lot of people was in stupid situations that they wasn't supposed to be in. And again, another reflection I had to give myself was, stop being, excuse my language, fucking bored. Okay? Like, me being bored had me having pointless conversations that I just be like, why am I here? Why am I even talking to you? Why am I even giving you my time? Like, we were talking just earlier where you mentioned you being a sopiosexual. I didn't even know sapio. Listen, I don't know the term.
Me neither. Shit, I'm correcting you, and I'm over here like about to ask ChatGPT. How you say that shit?
I don't even know. There was different type of terms, but what I can say is, I feel like that's what I was at that moment in time, but I really wasn't exerting it for real. Like, girl, I was talking to some young men and I would listen to their vocabulary or how they articulate. I'm just sitting here like, Ain't no way. I was flirting with this young man and I thought he was cute. Some of these men don't know how to even speak to women. So honestly, girl, with the dating scene, I got to the point of dating me. Okay?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm just gonna go over the definition of sapiosexual, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
says sapiosexual generally means someone who is especially attracted to intelligence or finds intelligence a major part of romantic sexual attraction. Simple way to explain it: a sapiosexual person may feel most drawn to someone because of deep conversation, quick wit, humor, curiosity, emotional intelligence, knowledge, competence, the way someone thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not necessarily book smart. It's more so like insightful thinking, mental stimulation, wisdom,
Are
creativity.
open minded.
If it's in alignment with you, that's going to be something that you're going to be attracted to. I realized that the relationships that were serious for me, or that I ended up falling into heavier than I wanted to, like I ended up feeling you more than I was supposed to type time, those situationships, unfortunately, or relationships were mostly because we were communicating a lot and frequently. I realized that like words of affirmation was like one of my love languages. That's very important to like uplift each other.
Yeah, not see, for me, I feel like that's why I don't encourage. I do and I don't. So me grown, so me can't talk about it. So me love fit around thing, you know? I feel like sex is a very good form of communication, but you have to have a great verbal and mental communication with who you're having sex with. So while I encourage, people to have a sneaky link or to attempt to do a casual dating type of phase, don't do it for a long time. That's a good time, not a long time. Because also sneaky links and casual dating, it also helps you teach yourself, know more about yourself. You learn whether or not you okay to do something that's in exclusive or inclusive or however inclusive you want to do it. Then you also learn aspects of whether or not you can even stand the opposite sex or the same sex, because people like what they like. But can you deal with a partner, period? You know what I'm saying? Like that emotional aspect with the conversations is cool and all. I tend to put that in a casual dating sneaky link. Even if you may not be having sex with that person, I consider that as that, because if we're not going on no real dates and we're just having conversations, a lot of these men are good for that. They know how to juggle four different girls, five different girls. Like you said, your words of affirmation, they can hit you with today, good morning, gorgeous, how you doing, Ray, 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 Ray. Tomorrow you might be on your shit, like, I don't even want to talk to this nigga. And he like, all right, cool. I'll talk to the other shorty. You know what I'm saying? The men them know how to juggle. Not saying women don't know how to juggle, but men, they know how to juggle playing the phone aspect.
Yeah, like
You
you're just
you
playing telephone. I think that is
yeah.
so it sounds like you are more into intentional dating. We are here for a purpose, not just for me to hear what you say, but see what you do. I think I pay attention to all of that, right? But I have a bigger purpose. And the thing is, me,
Right.
so I was that girl. And what, by the time I was 18, all these dudes was trying to get at me on the back end, but I was with him already. So with that being said, I went through the whole heartbreak thing devastatingly young. And I think a part of me, this is just me being real. I can't believe I'm about to say this. A part of me has closed my heart off in many ways to other situations. They talk shit about men that do this, like, oh, he's an asshole because he got his heart broke at 15, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I resonate with that just a little bit. I just after that breakup, I think we was 10 years in, like even if there was little this, little that, you know what I'm saying? He got a little pussy over there, whatever the case may be. So I was like, I can't be crying over a broken heart every other week. With the same dude, damn, every other week I'm hurt. You got bitches coming at me crazy on Facebook. It was a little too much.
Like
Pussy, what's going on? Have some respect.
so much.
So after that breakup, it was just a little weird. I learned a lot. What I would say is after the breakup, I didn't know how to sleep by myself. I didn't know what I like to do by myself without him. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know how to not text him. I didn't know how to not need him, like a little needy one. So after that, and finally identifying who I am as a woman, as I've gotten older, I became like I never want to be so dependent. I don't want to be in a codependent relationship. Let's put it like that. Because of the fact that once you lose yourself, it takes so long to find yourself all over again that as you get older, we change anyways. Like who you were 5 years ago, whatever you like to do then probably just has a different texture or layer to it now versus before. My evolution was more so like, if I can't be with a man that's okay with me and my independence, like you might call me and FaceTime me tomorrow and I'm all the way in fucking Delaware. Cause I'm gonna do me. Yeah, we never talked about it, but I'm going to do what I want to do. And I need a person that's super secure in who they are, that they don't feel insecure because Naraya is gonna do what Naraya gotta do. So yeah, I know intentional dating is important, but when I have a path in front of me that I'm laser focused on, and there's something that I believe my purpose is more than being a man's woman. And if this man understands my vision, then he understands what kind of life I'm trying to have us live, then you're gonna have to understand that intentional dating is great and everything, but I don't have all that time to give you because my time is money.
Heavy on time is money. Time is money, and money is time.
So yeah, I mean, if you need to go call somebody else and go gas her little coochie up, that's fine. Honestly, I don't care about that. I don't know what to say about that. That's just his business. Maybe we both
That's
don't
why
really want
be
anything serious.
mean. I tell everybody be mean to these young men, old men, men. Be mean to all of the men, and I don't mean be rude and disrespectful. Mean, but like
Don't be
be
easy.
mean. Like,
Because the
I
nicer you are, the
remember
more they walk on you.
literally the nicer you are, the more they walk on you. And two ladies, fine. Like we said, time is money, money is time. If you are too available, that's something that I learned. So I had to, in the first relationship, I felt like I was too available for my boyfriend. And it sounds weird because it's like we're official. You should be available for your boyfriend. But no, like my life was work, and then I think I was in school at that moment in time. Yes, I was work, school, him. So it was like I didn't have me time. The me time that I did have was during my time around him, and like some of those times, the me time that I really wanted was some sleep. I'm working, I'm going to school, and then he's only seeing me like 3 days, and when I'm coming over, I want to go straight to sleep. And I feel like this man is being inconsiderate, and I was still giving. I didn't have no time for myself. To my main point, do not be available too much. You meet a young man today and y'all have good conversations and stuff like that. You are not obligated to see that young man tomorrow, even if you ain't doing not a damn thing. Okay? Don't give out your phone numbers to these young men. Some of these young men
No.
would DM you and have a little quick 1-2 conversation, and then they want to take your phone number, and then now y'all texting, and the texting go nowhere, and then what? Now somebody else got your phone number. Like, I understand we live in times where you can look stuff up in dark web and all of that, but if you can conceal as much as you can conceal it. Don't let them know you live by yourself.
Wait. Let's back up. Dark web. What's that? What you mean? What you know?
So do you never heard of the dark web?
Mm-mm.
The dark web. So I don't know the specifics of like the real particular website and all of that, but the component of the dark web is basically like it gives people the access to pretty much access anybody and anything's type of information. Yeah, so yeah, the scammer them there type of thing. Yeah, like pretty much nothing is really concealed person. I don't know.
We're not gonna get federal.
Me not tapping, say if
Get the
anybody else
fuck-
listen to this, me not tapping and don't think.
Getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But it does not surprise me, to be quite honest. 'Cause we're gonna move on. That's actually scary when it comes to dating. There was a situation that I had like a long time ago with my sister. We were dating these they was in some distributing business. I'm not gonna go into too much because it's not my business to tell. But what I will say, I play my little games here and there. So I was already like out of there. I wasn't falling in
Yeah.
love fast. He kind of like paid my court fees off for me and all of that shit.
He was in there. Okay.
Yeah, like multiple cars, like it was wild. And that was because it was fresh from Jamaica. They was not citizens yet, if you understand what I'm
See?
saying.
See?
Fresh off the boat.
Jamaican fresh off the boat, don't recommend.
No, it was scary. So yeah, I guess it is possible. So we're gonna move on to friendships. Not every friendship is meant to last forever. So some people were assigned to the old version of you. Some people keep you stuck in the version of you that they remember. And sometimes growth does require distance. So have you ever outgrown a friendship and felt guilty about it?
To be quite honest, I ain't never lose a friendship yet that I ain't regret. So nah, not really. I say that very humbly speaking. I have not. I've experienced being in rooms where nobody was really on my level. Surface level, it might have looked like they were on my level or better, but just the mental capacity, I don't think that my past friendships were really like sufficient, I guess the word I want to use. I did learn from them. I learned how I don't want to be moving forward in future friendships. Me and one other friend, we were in relationships while the two other young ladies were single. The problem got to when you're single, you do single things. So we the normal, you going out with your friends and all of that tends to slow down a bit when you now got a man. Like that's just I think that was kind of common sense. But it became a problem and we just ended up separating and the single friends went their way and me and the other friend that was in couple situations, we went our own way. And it just got to the point of why are we talking about people that we not cool with no more? Like I had to learn the difference between when somebody is venting and when I am venting as opposed to
Session.
uh yeah, during the
All y'all
you
talking about
know
is the person y'all don't like. That shit is weird.
yeah, we not cool with them no more. Life goes on. Let's do bigger things. If you miss her so bad, let's go find a new friend if that's the case. I don't know. It was just certain things that I just had to evolve with friends and experience. And I even had a friend who I don't know what was going on in her mind. I don't know if I learned that people have ulterior motives. I'm gonna say that. And sometimes these young ladies don't really be your friends. And so if I confided in you and then I told you something about, whatever situation between me and my mother, like if you decided that you wanted to run back or expose it or whatever, like I was never not telling someone something that was like so detrimental. It was just like these girls were not really my friends, like I said, and they were kind of like preying on my downfall. A lot of these girls was not matching with me, and I don't say that to be like, you know, they didn't have they weren't doing things for themselves, and because I don't want to say I had waist gal type of friends. I never really had no waist gal type of friends. I learned about myself. I still try to stay true to myself. So it was like when I had the falling outs, it was never, damn, I missed my friend. It was just always, damn, I feel like I could have I could have really like did more. When I say did more, the way how some of them girls did me, bro. I mean, when I say do more, I mean I could have did them grimy. That's when I say do more. Let a lot of things slide. If I feel like me speaking up is going to be more of a problem for me than it is for you, then I'ma just rock out. I'ma just vibe out and chill. I still try to find the good in people, and that was my problem. Because sometimes the good, as much good as a person can do, the negative red flags that they portray as well can ruin everything. I ain't never really have a friendship that I wanted back. The only friendship that I want back is my best friend that passed away. We had a time. We was outside. Okay, we had a time. But it would have just been nice to had a time in our 20s. We was teenagers when we had our time.
You never forget it though, like, cause honestly, like, you really only need one good friend, right? And
That's it.
the thing is, what I was gonna say was a lot of these girls, I want to call them girls. Some of them want to be your
Hmm.
friend because they want to be you. Some of them
Mhm.
want to be your friend because they want what you have. Like just like it's like doppelganger nonsense. It's so strange. It's like I don't even want to be me some days. Why you want to be me?
Right, you wanna
Um
be me, girl?
so and then like when I started to see these girls, like I had a close friend in high school. Right now, both of her baby daddies are both of my exes. I don't miss any of them. I feel like we should never feel guilty for outgrowing people. I don't think you should feel guilty for growing.
Yeah, that's what I like the reflections. I felt like that's exactly what we were doing. Like they were outgrowing and just seeing people behaviors. Right, I ain't doing with that shit again.
Nah, if you're gonna go to my family, if you're gonna go snitch on me to my dude, like we're not friends. What are we
Mhm.
talking about? Like we're not friends.
You want to take it to social media? Oh, that's a big line for me and friends. I had one female friend decide that she wronged me and decided that she wanted to take it to Facebook, and the girl had the nerve to even like tag me in the stuff. That's what baffled me. It was one thing for you to go on Facebook, you want to do a little rant, nobody really know who you talking about. If you DM somebody whatever, that's okay, cool, that's on the sidelines, nobody see that. But you making story posts and you tagging me in it, and I don't even do social media like that. So now I gotta come out of character to put you in your place on social media. I don't like that, because once we do that, that's it. We done. And I've seen other people go through that and be friends right after. I'd be like, how? How? Like I said, dating me, you gotta be your friend as well. You gotta be your friend. You gotta know if you weird, whatever weird things. If you know by 9, 10 o'clock you like to be in your bed, make sure whoever else you be friends with, they on the same timing. People be friends with people that don't even align and it don't make sense, and it's just like, oh well, this person got this type of benefit and that person got that type of benefit, so we just using each other for those two benefits, but besides that we ain't really no friends. I
Yeah, being in
don't.
alignment is important and everything. And then outgrowing people financially is big, right? I'm sorry, like you ain't never lived on your own yet, and you too grown for this. And here's the thing: do not move in with your woman. So I'm telling my homeboy, don't do that. It's not going. Your bags is in the trash can every other week. Your
Mm-mm.
clothes is in the trash can every other week. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've done it. I already know. If you walk into her territory, now you her son.
Facts. Especially if she never really like, because that's another thing too. I just want to take the time out to acknowledge that there are men as well that experience DV as the victim, or they experience like emotional distress from their female partners and stuff like that, or even if it's male to male partners, but they be in situations too where sometimes they don't be knowing their self-worth sometimes. And because they're only like, well, as long as I get some pussy at the end of the day, I'm good. No, not necessarily. You're not good, because you still walk around like you angry at the world. You don't have this set up. You don't have that set up. You're in a situation that you're just settling in because of the opportunities that you have, being presented to you. When those opportunities run out, and what do you really have to fall back on besides all those baby mamas you done dated and all of that, and everybody know, if you don't know what nigga shit is, it
Oh, we
don't mean
know. No matter what
it
color
don't
you are, you can
mean
still be doing that.
yeah, like nigga don't mean like you a nigga because you black. Nigga shit is like, to me, is a mentality. Like, to me, nigga and bum is like the same thing in the same aspect. And it's like, bro, when you gonna have your own stuff together? Like, for real. When you know what I mean? Like, you know what you want. And I've had like intellectual conversations like, what's your plan? What you want to do? And a lot of them be having plans. They be having things that they want to do and stuff like that. But they just can't execute it because they're running down vagina.
Yeah, I was just saying that to somebody the other day because I had changed my number. Next thing I know, I got a cash app. Like, call me. I called. No, I mean it wasn't nothing, girl. Please. Apparently there was a situation that happened recently that it was two situations that landed this man in jail because of two different women. And I said, I don't know why you let pussy be your kryptonite. So I don't understand it. With him, it was definitely just the girls he was with and outgrowing friends because of drugs. It turned into a problem. It turned into and it's like, I love you, but like, you're not even you anymore. Like the version, like now I'm grieving you while you're still here because
Yep.
I don't know you anymore. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. It's like it's going in one ear out the other. So it's like I don't know what to do. Like, why am I the one overextending myself for people that don't want to learn?
I only have one friendship that I don't regret ended, but I do think about her from time to time. I went to high school with the girl. Her name is Ambrosia. So she ends up listening to this anytime. You know what I'm saying? More time. She has a very beautiful soul. We connected just off of the strength of both of our mothers being Trinidadian. So, the culture came into play. She was very giving, very like she was just so genuine. Her problem is niggas. I got a problem
But it is.
with ladies that don't know how to, that's too male centered. There we go. Like if you're too male centered for me, or if you're telling me that this man is creating a problem for you, but you're not doing anything to get rid of the problem, at that point to me it's like you like what's going on, and you're part of the problem as well. That was pretty much along the lines of a situation that we had. She was dealing with some dude we went to school with. He was not he got anger issues, and he could talk that talk with her, but you can't talk that talk with me, especially we not even laying down together. And even if we was laying down, you still not talking to me like that. Like, yeah, nah, yeah, we not playing none. And it just got so excessive to the point where like she just was allowing him to control things, and we just faded away, not going out, not doing this, not doing nothing. It was scary too because he was stalking her. She claimed he would randomly pull up to her crib, or she said things like he would know where she's at or who she having conversations with, and we got to be careful about what we talk about. Once we start getting to those type of things, and you got a dude that like to play Inspector Gadget, I gotta go.
And it's
I gotta
a
go.
wonder why she didn't feel that way.
Because people be liking things sometimes.
What happens in these DV situations when they're that serious is that the abuser likes
Mm-hmm.
to isolate you and make you feel like it's that he's your whole world. So like
Do a
I
girls'
think when
night.
you end up in that dynamic, sometimes you forget that you can have a life of your own and you're
Yeah.
just sitting around waiting by the phone. And I'm sorry for that girl. I hope that her eyes open eventually. Because a lot of us, we can see people with their eyes open and everything, but some people have no sight.
For real, for
Sometimes I
real,
won't
for real.
say anything at all, but I know what's going on. Some people that actually know me say I like to play dumb. And some people that don't know me think that I actually am dumb. Either way it go, no, like I'm being so serious.
You know what's so
And it's
funny?
so
Because
crazy
I'm
because
not
it be
gonna
like I
lie.
got more college credits than you. Like, what the fuck are you?
It's your personality. Because when I first met you too, I'm like, you have a beautiful personality. You're so nice. I can tell you're so genuine. But is she gullible? Like it's the tone. So people just like take the tone for like, oh yeah, nah, I could get one up off her. And then until you for real start like we getting into some topics, and they like, wait a minute, this a low key gangster. Yeah, nigga, stop. Don't fuck around.
Say, you can catch more bees with honey. For real. Let me see. So we have a game we're gonna play called This or That, No Settling Edition. And so I'm gonna go first, and then we're gonna take turns. Voice note flirting or late night FaceTime.
That's very, very hard to choose between because I really like both. But I'll say voice note flirting because sometimes I don't like texting, so yeah, it don't even matter who it be, flirting, regular something. I like a voice note. I'm good for a voice note. I'll go with that one. That's my option.
Okay. Okay, sound good. I
Yes.
say the same, but Cause them late night FaceTime be turning into phone sex, and I ain't really big on that. Like,
Phone sex, you're too grown there, brother. You're too grown.
it was a time where I loved it. It was a time where I loved it.
Okay. I didn't live that lifestyle yet, me not dear. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. So, would you choose between chemistry or consistency?
Oh wow, that's like I feel like that was a personal jab.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a tough one for me because uh, I'm gonna go with consistency because I'm grown. Okay, so my turn. Let me see. Let me see. Money or freedom?
Ooh, Bumber Clark. Bumber Clark. I'm going to say freedom.
Okay.
And the reason why I choose freedom because there do believe money can give you freedom. However, at what cost? It's like you gotta kill yourself before you even get to that freedom. Most of the people that live in Jamaica, in my eyes, they live off the grid. Know how to get some herbs and get some rain nephew and marinate the herbs in the rain nephew and bandage up your leg and overnight you're good to go. Or you know about cutting up the potato peels and putting it in your sock under your foot buckle when you're going for bed. And you wake up the next day and all your sinuses and all of that drawn out. That to me is freedom because I don't necessarily have to rely on money to take care of myself.
That's true.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty. Would you slow burn romance or instant chemistry?
I'm going for instant. That was
Like,
no hesitation. You heard like instant because like I'm not a slow burn. I guess because I'm a fire sign, I'm not a slow burn type of chick. I really, if I don't feel it from rip, I'm never gonna feel it.
okay.
Like if I'm not feeling you to begin with, I'm not gonna turn around and start feeling you. I guess like yeah, you kind of like disposable as fuck.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
rid of you without a thought, like, without a second thought. It's really not a thought for me. All right, so my turn. Yeah, this one was hard for me, so I want to know your answer: love or loyalty.
Loyalty. And I have to choose loyalty because if life hasn't already put you in situations to where you have to question love and not just in like a dating relationship, but like, all every type of relationship you have with anybody, my experiences from people that love me or say they loved me, they were often doing things that hurt me. Whereas people that doesn't necessarily love me, or and don't know me in the eyes of what my family or whoever may love me as, it was more so they still honored me by giving me respect and being cordial and things of that nature. Also when you're like with dating,
Mhm.
you'll learn with men too. Like you can even ask that a man a question and he'll say, "Oh, he'll choose loyalty because he want to know if you gonna hold him down and this and this that and ray." And I'm all for the holding people down, but it's just it don't mean like my holding someone down is not you going to jail and I'm there and you never even did right by me. We not doing those things, but just making sure we're on the same page. I just got to make sure that like I don't care if you love me or not, but if I really need some help, can I call you? Are you trustworthy? That's what I need. Yeah. Loyalty first, love later. That will work.
I'm gonna do a spicy one. Make the first move or be pursued.
I'm in my pursuing. Wait, it's you said wait to be pursued or do the pursuing, right?
So make the first move or be pursued.
Okay, I'm in the make the first move phase. I'm still in a, be pursued. I feel like I'm still a lady, so I still be pursued. However, ladies, I think sometimes we miss opportunities from actually experiencing a decent guy when we the dudes to pursue us most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Men could be shy too. So we both can't be two shy individuals and that you might, miss out on a good thing. So at least if you initiate, walking up to the guy, letting him know he looks very handsome. Cause me lately, I've been telling gentlemen they look very, very, I love my black men. Okay. Let me find a nice, fine black man. You look so handsome today. I don't even want to do nothing with the man. Okay. I just been in my real flirty area. So we definitely want to make that person move. Okay.
It's the Pisces in you. So you can't help it. You can't help it.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. And I don't even like talking to people. Like, it's funny because I'll approach a guy and I'll kick it off a little bit. And then I like full stop. Like I'll just stop in the middle of it. Like at this point now I need you to carry it. Now I done showed you my interest. Now I need you to let me know if we getting married or not. Like that's my problem.
That's where the playing dumb thing comes in handy. So I'm not doing this to you.
Oh shit.
That's where the playing dumb thing comes in handy. 'Cause I learned that when I was in my pick 'em up ever, I learned that sometimes they don't carry that most of the time. So it's more so like letting them show you that they could do that leg work. And when they do the leg work, then now we talking. Now we talking. So I don't know, like doing the pursuing or playing hard to get. What do you like? I mean,
I also feel like it really just depends on the scenario too.
it
It depends
does.
on the night.
What's
I
going
mean,
on?
you
Yeah.
might be want to be mystery lady for the evenings. The niggas is buying us drinks, girls. Okay,
And
even if the
listen,
nigga not a nigga, if it's a wigger, he buying us drinks. All right, everybody buying us drinks. We
they
getting
got
somebody today. Okay.
all right.
All right. Let me see.
Because I
I don't know, cause I want to ask this question. Okay, dominant energy or soft energy?
had a feeling that was going to be the one that you went for. Are we talking about me or are we talking about the man?
You didn't see. I was struggling a little bit to even ask it because I was like, "Is this for like you or?" I'm going to base it off of. Well, give me both. Matter of fact, give me both.
It depends on the scenario though, but for a man, I definitely like dominant.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like if you're not backing down on me, like I'm probably staying around a little bit longer because you're a problem.
Like you
But
gotta feel like you could put me in my place.
yeah, okay, you know what?
Like I'm not gonna
You know
be
what?
blatantly disrespecting you, but
I guess I can shut the fuck up. I guess I can.
okay, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
Maybe, maybe, right? But
Hmm.
when it comes to me, I like to be dominant myself in a lot of ways, right? But I would like to be with the man that allows me to be soft.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we
Now,
going back and forth, then that's different.
something that I really learned is I too believe in being around a man that allows you to be in your feminine. Also like doing giving me that soft like giving me that soft life. So whether or not there's like a man present or not, like I'm still working on presenting that side. But there's definitely some men that do be making you want to like just pit bull at them real quick
Well, I'm glad you're not next to me while you talking to me crazy. I'll fuck you up.
because I will really like just pit bull. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to fight. Yeah. Like stop talking.
Yeah, like I literally I stopped talking. That's I'm like, yeah. And it's crazy because I really feel like I don't have it, meaning no, I don't exemplify them, but I know I could be toxic, girl. I know I can. So I really be trying to like I be telling these men like save yourself so I can save me. Because you do something. I'm telling y'all, like I'm going to bop you in your forehead. We're just gonna have a conversation. You're gonna say something, and I'm just gonna douche. And that's not even me. Like I don't even like
Um,
that energy because I don't want nobody putting their hands on me. So
I
if we getting that far in that situation, I gotta leave you alone.
no, I was literally told my mother that when she passed because this dude was pissing me off. I was like, no, honestly, if it gets to the point where I feel like if you like, I want to lay my paws on you. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Like, maybe this is treacherous waters because jail or hell. Which way you want to go? Jail or hell?
And I don't look good in nobody one-piece suit that's orange and all that other colors. So
I'm gonna be in there telling my daughter the story. Never let a nigga fuck you over.
right, for real, like.
So yeah. I think that's why it's better if you're with somebody that does allow you to be soft, right? Because when it gets dominant, I don't really care for gender roles, especially in this society that we live in now, and things are changing ever so much. But I do believe that we have gender roles for a reason. I do believe that the reason a lot of relationships aren't working out anymore is because men are low key jealous of women and want to be the woman in the relationship, want to be the one provided for instead of doing the protecting and the providing. So I feel like if you can't provide, you can't protect. And that's that. Like, here's the thing, like, there's nothing wrong with coming up with somebody. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if you see that that person is walking down that path, you got to be willing to change your path and walk down. Like, you have to be adamant about, I'm going to make it. And that's just that. So, yeah. And then on top of that, what about the fact that some men don't do it for their women, but they do it for their moms? Yeah, Maka had a whole world. Your Maka had a whole world. So now, like, if we getting bucked, now I'm coming for your mother.
Yeah, bullheaded ass mother. Yeah, I'm coming. You don't even got to be bullheaded, but just because. It's funny because I want a son so bad, but like I laugh about conversations like this because if I have a son, damn,
Right.
I am bullheaded mother.
I thought about that shit too, because I was like, yo, I'm glad I didn't have a son the way I be doing these niggas. If I had a son, I'd be beefing with all his girlfriends. Fuck you thought this was. Leave my son alone. All right, so I'm gonna do one more. This is my last one. Shit. This is a good one. Jealous lover or secure lover?
I like a little bit of both. I'm definitely, but definitely more on secure lover end. For me personally, starting with being of the Caribbean descent, my culture, we have carnival, we have like, our fetes and stuff like that. I like to go line my wind up myself and wear the masquerade outfits and things. So I don't need no man that be on some, oh no, you can't partake, you can't do this.
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Because to be honest, too, I'm actually the one, like, I want to bring my girl. I am fiending to have a carnival relationship. I am feeding to have a carnival baby and everything. I ain't trying any DJs listening to love carnival saying, I'm bro, that's all I've been like yearning for as a little girl. Like, that's one of my things. But besides that, like, also I dated a gentleman that he himself wasn't secure with himself. So the secure part is not just in the relationship as far as, whether he thinks I'm stepping out, of how much he trusts me and stuff, but just being secure with him, because when a man does not have his things together, that man becomes a jealous man. Okay, because he's sitting there overthinking, like, he knows his money's not right or his work careers is not put together. And you could be like the most understanding partner. You could be a partner that's like really sitting there through and through with your man. You are faithful 100%. Nobody else is attracted to you in your eyes. And some men will really like push their mental to believe otherwise. So definitely a secure lover. Definitely.
I agree. I think the only reason I would say both too is because I think like I think you could be secure and jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like you
I
need
feel
to
like if
show
you come up to me and be like, I know you're not talking to this ugly ass nigga.
crazy. Like, it could be on some shit that we at the bar. This is what I like a funny, secure, jealous nigga. Like, let's say you go out with your man, right? And let's say you and your man, y'all like to woody word, with foreplay, right? Let's say, you go to the bar, some man approach you, and you chit-chatting to the man, and he come in and this is what you're talking to? Like, one of those little.
Oh, get this clown out of here. Get this clown out of here.
Like that. Like, this my woman, bro. Like, yeah.
You have to do like my bad.
That's that dominant energy that you.
I know you saw me. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So we got one more and then we out.
All right. So one more. Older or younger partner.
No, you about to get me caught up. Let me think. Let me think. I really don't have to think. I'm going for the older. I don't know. I think even though it don't matter, age ain't nothing but a number. Aaliyah said it first. Because some of these YNs be more official than anyway. I would say older. I would say older because of the fact that it gives me that dominance that I'm looking for, even if it's just seniority in age. So it's like, okay, you still got one up on me in some kind of way because you've been here a little longer. I'm not saying like super older. Um, like what? My daughter's father's like only 2 weeks older than me. I think the oldest was like 18 years older than me. But like really, if I was to find a I don't know, 15 years older than me, maybe. They be up there. They always looking for a little PYT. So I think the fine line for me is, which has been like my go-to lately, 3 to 5 years older than me.
Okay.
So like really we was probably in high school at the same time, or you was graduating and I was a freshman, like
Yeah,
something
one
like
of
that.
those scenarios.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
What about you?
Me, so I typically always do the older. Like it's just that's what gravitates to me. I did between me, you, and whoever listening. I want to say not last year, the year 2024. I decided that how old was I? I was 26. I was dealing with this guy. He was 21, going on 22. I tried a little YN, and the YN was a grown man in certain compartments,
Oh wow.
but like he was crazy. Like these YNs, they got issues.
Like how crazy?
Like, all right. He started like we were in a relationship. Like that's like when he was talking to me, like he would be like, "Oh, why you not answering your man and this and that and all of these type of things." Then he was telling me one time that he was gonna kill himself. Sent me a picture of gas, bro. Sent me a picture of a gun and say he was gonna kill himself. I don't have to text him no more. I don't have to call him. I don't have to worry about him. To the day, it's not funny, but I think
It's traumatizing.
because it was so, all jokes aside, it was so scary because I don't even play games like that. And for me, I can get real insensitive real bad, and not even real bad, like real fast.
Like
And
hurry up.
more so, I have people that I actually would like to be alive that is dead. You
Yeah.
over here talking about you about to commit suicide, but you're over here committing suicide over, I don't want to say over dumb stuff, but like you're not really letting me know what's going on. And then it's like, oh, I didn't answer a phone call. So now all of a sudden you're about to kill yourself. It was weird and it was just too much for me personally. And it was just like, if you wanted to just come over, just ask. I don't know, like, but you doing the theatrics is not going to.
Yeah, why you ain't just ring the doorbell?
Right, yeah, no. And then it was one time where even after like the theatrics, we got to a point of where I told him like, nah, we done. Like I can't delegate with you. Like I'm in a relationship with you and I'm not even in a relationship with you. Like I never agreed to be your girlfriend. You over here making it seem like you my man. You get mad if I don't answer at a certain time. And it was just like no. And then one time he pulled up to my crib with some flowers and it was a cute gesture, but like after that time I was like, yeah, I gotta let this one go. Like we can't do this again. We can't, no. And I kind of just like stopped replying to him.
Damn. I mean, that's kind of all you can do because I always wondered what I would do if I was in that situation. That's tough.
And then you get in this situation and you like, all right, bro.
That's a lot. Do you need me to call 911 for you? Like, what's
Like,
up?
who do we
Like,
call Ghostbusters? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
oh, yeah, we should call Ghostbusters because I'm about to turn into one. I'm out. That's not funny at all.
It's
I
not.
think it's very manipulative.
And that's what I was feeling like. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not old, but I'm older than him. And I'm in that aspect, I felt like I had an upper hand because like I am older. I already dated older men. So I've already experienced the narcissistic manipulation, things of that nature. You want to tell them other young ladies at 20, 21, 18, however young they are, that you about to kill yourself so they can be like, oh my gosh, no, come. More power to you. But this one right here, I'm going to send you on your way. Okay. And I hope you have a good time.
Safe travels. Yeah, like people going through real things out here and you killing yourself over a person.
Yeah, like, but don't get me wrong. I don't want to, make it crazy, because he had some stuff that he was going through. His sister she passed away. I don't want to speak her business, but she had passed away. And then if I'm not mistaken, he lost his grandfather. So like, I think like the grandfather and the sister had like died within weeks of one another. And then he was trying to get like work and all of that. And I get it, but that's where we go back to young men or men, period, being secure with themselves and having their lives put together. Because when their lives not put together, they start doing dumb stuff like that. And you can't come live with me.
No, for real. Now you got a squatter.
Yeah, nah, you can't leave the PS5, PSP, leave all of them things at your yard. Yeah, nah.
Okay, well, that was fun. I had fun with those questions. So this was Dust Settles, You Don't. Remember, dust settles on things left untouched, but your life is still moving. So thank you to my guest, Shania, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Bop, bop.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who needs the reminder not to settle in anything in life. So this was Naraya Speaks, and until next time.